Okie dokie. As I thought, those days when I have an idea that I'm a little meh on tends to be the days where I go take a shower and I find an idea that I like better. So now, we'll throw it on here just to go through the whole process here, but a ring toss roguelike. Is now the idea I think I want to work on. So, do I want to throw ideas on here? Okay, well there is some ideas that I might want to. Hello, hello. Okay, wait, so it's the ring toss roguelike. Okay, wait, the ideas that I want to do for the loop aspect of it is... Was it supposed to be game jamming, but the GMTK happened, but whoops. Yeah, see, GMTK I've done a few times to the point of like, okay, I know this is one that I wanted to do. Like, I want to do a couple game jams. Did I get something working yesterday after you went to sleep? If you're talking for like the box drawing thing, vaguely, I'm, promptly going to, I thought you started late. Well, I mean, I haven't gotten much done, but that's because I was at work all day today. And I'm just going to say straight up, screw it. I'm not going to work tomorrow. But this is the thing that I was playing around with yesterday, is that you could draw a box between 2 points, and then it was going to be kind of a 3D puzzle game. But then, again, I had the, like, in the shower when I'm like not too happy with that idea. It's the next day I wake up and I'm like, no, I got a better idea. That's exactly what happened with that Spider Simulator VR. Yeah, it does do something. Yeah, no, I got it up to the point where you could draw a box, but now I'm gonna promptly pivot. Okay, wait, so ring toss, roguelike, the ideas. Okay, the way the loops are tied into this is because of the rings themselves, the, I guess, deck of rings, rather. Let's see, like, you could probably do the pegs in a ring shape, which is also kind of a loop shape. And then the other one that I thought was kind of neat would be a, I guess like a circular score, or like a resetting score. But basically, if it's just like using the degrees. So once you get to 360 degrees, it goes back to 0, meaning if you get too big of a number, it'll reset. I think would be a unique idea for a scoring system, because so many games are about get the biggest, highest number, and I think it'd be more interesting to like hit a certain threshold. If you go past that threshold, it resets. But it also fits with the looping. Okay, so this will be toss rings to gain score, and then buy items to modify scoring. It's primary gameplay mod. Okay, this is really all I needed to write down, is just these things of like that, how the loop fits into all of it. I'm not gonna get too deep. I just need to prototype the actual like toss mechanic and stuff now too. Do I have? I do have Blender. Oh, you gotta, okay. It's gotta update. Okay, it says I'd still have 30 seconds, but so we delete default cube, do Shift A. Ooh, hoo, hoo, I'm remembering things. Wild. Give me a donut, please. Making a train loop incremental game. That has a lot. That's I think got some rich veins of ideas, which is probably why there's so many train games on. Let's see. Is there anything Do I want to make this more detailed? It might be fine if I just do the smooth shade. Auto smooth? Ooh, no, shade smooth. There we go, shade smooth. It's a donut. It's a ring. And then I'll mess with the scale in Unity. Okay, that's literally all I need is just the ring. And I'll just use cylinders to make the pegs. So export this as a Fubux. Let's try to pronounce the thing. .edu. Documentos? This what? Documentos. Porque español? Yo no entiendo español. Yo no quiero. Okay. Ring. No, okay, maybe documents? No. Okay, that's down this. Documents? Documentos. Why are you putting... What is this documentos? Okay. Here? Users? Me? Documents? There's documents, not documentos. What is this documentos then? Okay, let's stop getting scared of this and just kind of say this. Build a track, have enough to collect passengers, get upgrades, change your track, repeat. No, it sounds like a solid idea. Like I said, a train is a rich vein of mechanics and ideas and things. Okay, I don't need to save this. That took me all of moments to make. I just need to pull this into Unity, because Unity just doesn't happen to have donuts. Okay, so that was the documents. So now instead I decided to confuse myself by putting it under here? No. Okay, C, users, me, documents, ring, and then give me Unity, give me project, give me liberty, or give me death. Which one would I want? Would I want liberty or would I want death? What do you mean? Just make a new folder, please. Create a folder. I didn't mean to import a thing, I lied. Okay, models. I was thinking of making little bowling pins as the pegs, because then I can also use that for Plunk. I could just steal that and use that for a different project anyway. Okay, so now, give me a folder for scripts. Give me a folder for prefabs. Yeah, that is nice when it's an idea that I'm excited about to actually, like, it makes everything go a little faster when it's... when I've got the excitement and the momentum for a thing. Okay, give me a 3D object, which is a cylinder, which is a peg. And then you can be turned into a prefab. And then we give me a model for the ring. Okay, wait, I lied on the peg. Okay. I think I want a parent object on top of it. Like with the ring there. Okay, so here, this will be a peg. Yeah, and if you have anything visual or if you got anything you want to show for what you're working on, feel free. I know it's just the first day, but I guess if people actually had a full day to work on stuff, then unlike me that was like, maybe I'll go to work and do stuff, and then I didn't really anyway. Okay, there. Now I can turn this into a prefab. Send what you managed to do so far. And that is, and I feel like it's a good habit to get into, to show off stuff regularly. Is it a bit much for some of the stuff on, like if I'm putting it on social media a little too early? Yeah, probably, but that's fine. Nobody's gonna care anyway. I think content is a matter of volume rather than quality. I think you get quality out of volume for content and stuff. It's just because you don't know what's gonna hit. You don't know what people are gonna actually care about or be excited about, so it's just crank it out. You just gotta keep cranking it. Just crank that hog. Wait, no, wrong phrase there. Sentiment in general is just the tracks aligning themselves. I knew I forgot the stuff there. Oh, and here I am looking at general. Yeah, that is not gonna let me easily pull it over. I've been playing a good amount of Railbound and stuff, so I am totally on board for the, It's just because I don't want to show it on Discord, but I don't... No, wait, I know how to do that. Wait. I should be able to just pull up the video, full screen on Discord, and then do that. There we go, okay. I don't have to download nothing. But yes, this was looking like it had the very satisfying stuff, like Railbound. Yeah, when you when the tiles connected, you actually draw the train tracks. No, those train tracks are looking really good. I don't know if you got the pixel art from somewhere or not, but I mean, this is looking good. Do you think I'll have tiny little donuts like this? You drew it? Okay, yeah, no, this is looking really good. Might be kind of hard to figure out the 4 different like bits of the trade, and then I don't know how you're gonna do like corners and stuff, but yeah, change it to a more curved one later. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if you're gonna want to do like intersecting tracks and stuff too. Yeah, because something like Railbound here does not have. Here I am naturally clicking this in the corner. Yeah, but this one has yeah, I was gonna say this. They've got their track that switches back and forth, so yeah, not for GMTK for sure. Well, and it's one of those things of like, yeah, I've got 2-3 days to do this. That should be enough time, right? And I'm gonna find a way to make it so that's not enough time. But breaks the loop theme a bit. Well, that was the other reason I'm excited about this, is I could just pretty quickly come up with like, oh yeah, there's a few different ways I can add looping to the idea. This I think will be fun to get it so that when you score, if you score too much, it'll loop around back to the beginning. That feels like a more like fully unique mechanic. Okay, so now I have a peg and a ring. I need more pegs, so I need to get pegged a bit more. No, wait. Maybe that's any game. It's just going to be all sorts of innuendos. Maybe that's just how I operate. Okay, well, okay. Call this pegboard, maybe? Yeah, and I was thinking I could do for like the shop, like the roguelike shop. Here's the board where you throw the pegs, and then the camera just pans up, and it shows you the like winnings that you can buy, which will be your different items for the shop. Okay, so now the pegboard. I need to have a script, so add a new script. Okay, no, I had it on the right thing, and then I decided to click off. New script. This is just, I guess, call it pegboard for maximum confusion instead of spawn that I usually do. Yeah, I think the one problem with doing like a radial score is visually showing it might take a bit more than just like showing numbers in a line. But if I could figure out the radial thing, which I didn't do the radial menu jam, and now I regret it. Maybe I would have had some stuff to steal for that. Okay, so this is serialize field. Are you not gonna? Okay, whatever. Game object. What? Excuse me. You did a mono behavior script. You should know. This is Unity, right? Yeah, showing numbers in a clock. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing for the scoring system. So that if you score too high, it'll loop around and you'll bust basically. There we go. Game object peg. Okay, and now will you let me do seri? Yeah, there. Now that's now I saw it. Okay, I lied. Can you? There we go. Okay, so now we do. Now, do I want to try to figure out radial pegs right now? No. I want to just get some pegs on the board. I'm going for like the actual just tossing a ring onto the pegs as fast as possible. Okay. This is this band, right? The couple songs I listened to before this were... It's not this band! SoundCloud! Yeah, and then I click it again, and then you're like, here you go. It's the same thing! I clicked the same thing, and you gave me 2 different responses. Obnoxious. AF. You dumb. Okay. If you are less than width... And... you could even make it show numbers in a clock with 2 arms, and it multiplies the arms or something. So if you just barely go above, you lose your score. But going even further gives you the chance to get an even higher score. Okay, let me read that again. You could even make it show numbers in a clock with 2 arms, and it multiplies the arms or something. So if you just barely go above, you lose your score. But going even further gives you the chance to get an even higher score. I think I'm sort of understanding what you're saying there. Although, because my brain is immediately jumping to like, oh, the minute hand is the blue like score, and then the hour hand is the red multiplier. A Balatro if I wanted to go very Balatro inspired. Not that it needs to be clock related, but I think doing a radial scoring system fits loop very well and is a fairly unique idea. I know there's games that use like threshold as a scoring mechanic, but I don't think it happens as often. And that was one of the things, like, I did not like Sea of Stars, but the one board game that they had inside of it I thought was kind of neat, and it was because of that. It was because you're trying to aim for a specific number and not bust. That was more interesting to me. Okay, so now instantiate pegs. At what's the parent position rotation. There we go. Position rotation parent. I think I do want to parent it to this board here. So the position being new vector 3 and I, comma 0, comma j. Then rotation. Identity, and then the parent is going to be this. Hello, hello. No. Game object. It's going to be this game object. Okay, this not game object? What's your problem here? Oh, parent is the transform. There we go. You'd think I would know these things. You'd think I would remember these things at this point. You'd think. So the second arm starts at 1, and if you go a full round with the first arm goes to 2. Means that at that point you get 2 times the point what the first arm is now pointing at. Now that is super cool. I mean, I think you would... It still kind of incentivizes the... It kind of stair steps the, like, get the highest score. But that is kind of an interesting idea, though. I think you would have to have a good amount of... Because I think if you did a straight-up clock of just, like, 12, I don't know that that would... Like, any kind of multiple, I think, would be better than, like, a higher score. I don't know, it'd be something to play with. But yeah, the second arm being a multiplier based on your first score is an interesting idea. Okay, so hopefully this just spits out a bunch of pegs. Yeah, if you couldn't tell from the title, I am pivoting to doing a ring toss roguelike. Do you have the script? You do. You don't have a peg. You guys don't need to be here anyway. You're both prefabs. So...
Only a child when you left me.
Peg.
Is it selfish that I'm saying
Excuse me. Peg me, please. Wait. Think about what you're saying. Peg me, please. Oh, okay. Getting kind of brave there. What happened to the boxes? I had a brain blast while showering and was like, nah, let's do this instead. I didn't entirely know where I wanted to go with that, and this just seemed like a bit more robust of an idea. Doing a whole puzzle FPS just seemed a little intimidating to me. And this was one of those ones where I just had, like, the ideas flowed a lot better and faster and easier with this, so we'll see. No, this was one of those jams where the first idea I had I wasn't fully in love with, and then it was one of those, like, I just need to sleep on it, and that's, in fact, what happened. I just needed to sleep on it. Okay, so now we multiply this by the offset. Or by the scale, maybe? Or the spacing? Something like that. It's a little confusing, but whatever. Okay, and then if I change that, well, that's not gonna need it. It's just this. And I don't really want to do this on a grid either. I want to do like a ring of pegs, but that's okay. It means you have to decide if you try to go for a higher, because the first arm would first be reset back to 0 after a full round, and then 0 times 2 is still 0. But there's a potential to reach 2 times the amount if you manage to get a high enough score. Yeah. No, and like I said, it's kind of stair steps the score. So like you'll yeah, it's a good way to make the threshold matter even when you're going for like a super high score and stuff too. Okay, the spacing, let's do more like 2 so that these pegs are a little farther apart. And I might thin them up a little bit. Let's see. Also, do I want to shift them? Because right now they're coming out of there. Well, it's either I shift where the pegs are or I shift where the camera is. What do I want to change? Probably the pegs. Because I feel like that's just saying here minus width divided by 2. And then minus height divided by 2. Hopefully. Although it's ideally I want to get a radial set of pegs, but for now, just getting the pegboard going. And then was okay. So the carnival game prizes are. I was gonna say it's gonna be a lot of plushies, which I'm like, I don't want to make 3D models for plushies. I barely know how to make 3D models for anything. So yeah, it's gonna like these kind of little random tchotchkes and stuff. Yeah, some of these look like they're just straws. Like, really? That's the reward? Wow, it's just so many little stuffed animals. Okay, maybe I'm glad I kept that other tab on my phone. What did I Google on my phone? Because it was giving me a better set of, like, inventory for inspiration for, like, items that I could use as... Carnival game prizes. Why is it giving me a better set of things here? Oh, Google versus Ecosia. That's what it is. Google is giving me a better set of things. Or maybe if I just look on Amazon? Amazon seemed to have a good set. Yeah, there we go. Like, these are just big sets of random nonsense. Yeah, I like these little, like, rubber balls, or these kind of rubber balls and stuff. Or marbles. Maybe I can make little spiders or something? Yeah, and a lot of these, because they're just a single molded piece of plastic, means there's not a lot of texturing to be had either, because of, like, I never figured that out either. Yeah, I'm like, how easy is it to make hands? Oh, that's a fun idea, too. Okay, I don't really need to be making little items right now, but... okay, formula would be X is the score, Y is the max score you have on the clock, so X mod Y times the... Okay, wait, X is the score, Y is the max score you have on your clock. X mod Y multiplied by the... Okay, that would be when I mess with that. Okay, camera, you don't feel like you're in the middle of these pegs here. I didn't scooch it. Was this an order of operations thing, or did I just do the math wrong? I'm assuming I just did the math wrong. Okay. Because I'm paranoid, let's do lots of parentheses and make sure that these things are not. Yeah, I should just be shifting it by half of the width and height, I would assume. Who did I miss? There we go. Yeah, first you have to get something working before worrying about the score, but keep it in on. Yeah. Feel free to save it off. I am gonna focus purely on getting the rings to be thrown onto the pegs for now, and then I will worry about the score after that. Why do you feel like you're not fully, like, shifted over? Because of the spacing? Is that what messed it up? If I get rid of the spacing, is that... Oh, okay, maybe one. That's the multiplier there. Oh, I'm not moving the camera, am I? That, okay, so that's fine. Okay, no, I need to move the camera at any rate. That's all I'm really finding. Okay, so It's just that the camera also needs to be placed at that midpoint along the X. So camera, camera, position is equal to a new vector 3 because you can't just change the one thing. I suppose width divided by 2, and then whatever its height is and whatever its X is. I don't want to mess with those. You can just stay where you currently is. I just want to slide it over based on the width of the pegboard for now. And like I said, it's most likely want to do radial for the pegboard. Yeah, and I was, because it'd be fun to kind of like spin the pegs and stuff too. Okay, and speaking of prefabs, let's prefab you as well. Okay. It's better. I know I'm again messing with the math just slightly. It's just because it's noticeably off. But it's probably the spacing, right? So if I could go back to 1, or is it going to be slightly off the whole time? You're not shifting the camera like I thought you were at all. Okay, we're gonna not mess with it. I still have not figured out the math. It doesn't matter. I just need to get the rings thrown onto the pegs at this point. Thank you for the hydrate. Spacing is the one that's not the one I wanted to mess with. I had you at 2. That's a better number. Then I need to have a tosser. Sure. Is that a insult? In like, I feel like a tosser is an insult in like British English or something. Okay, and then scripts. Wait. You have a pegboard script. Where is this pegboard script located? Excuse me, you should be under the scripts folder. Your butt? That might have been why I was confused. No, that folder isn't really meaning all that much. Okay, I need a script for a tosser. Scripting, model behavior, tosser. And this will have a, for now, it'll just toss a ring. Ideally, I want it to toss a ring from a list of rings. But for now, it'll just toss a ring. Okay, so then when you click, so if inputs dot get button down, and this is the get mouse button down, I'm doing the exact same stuff I did yesterday. I'm remembering that I'm doing it, so maybe that's okay. Mouse button down. 0. Okay, so if you click, then that is the start point or start position. So then that's the vector 3 for the start position. And then we do an end position. So this will be very much like a golf kind of, like just a flick. It's just a click and drag, and then it'll throw it in that direction. This might need to be like a rigid body. Okay, so then this is the start position. Is equal to the input dot mouse position. And then the end position is... Oh, wait. That's if it's held down. So then it's if you're still holding the button down. So again, mouse button. Then the end position is the... did I hydrate? I don't think I actually hydrated. I said that's a good idea and then didn't do the thing. Well, I will definitely have a break to hydrate a little more as well. Okay, now, if you let go of the button, then it should take the two positions and figure out which way to throw the ring. I mean, sure, you could start with that, but the... no, it's not gonna... No. The start position is not gonna matter. That's only for the flicking. The position of the ring is gonna start where it starts. So now this is input. Get mouse button up is 0. 007. Then I want you to instantiate a ring. Although in the future that'll pull from a list of rings, but for now it'll just instantiate a ring. And then that ring I need to figure out the actual throwing of the object. So let me grab the rigid body from it, of which I don't think it has one right now. Will I remember to add it? Well, let's add it right now while I'm thinking about it. Prefab, ring, the ring model. Why do you have a camera and a light? I didn't need these. I exported everything from Blender. Whoops. Okay. Would be physics, mesh collider, and then a rigid body, and adds effect started. I'm in the zone. I don't want to take a break for ads. Like I said, I should get in the habit of taking a break during ads. I don't have like a break scene, do I? I was like, I could switch it to just static, but even then that's missing something. We'll just do a break, I guess.
Hands bound up in laces tied behind my head. Staring from a distance, might as well be dead. All the smiling faces begging to be seen. Feeding off the hardest name up on the screen.
Okay. No, actually taking a break when the ad set worked out because I needed to go fill up my water bottle again. Anywho. So I have the 2 positions to then do a rigid body dot add force, add explosion force. There was a reason that adding force is a little bit iffy, right? Let's see, so the
Tell me how to feel.
let's see, force, I guess,
Where did it go wrong?
will be the start position minus the end position. Okay, wait, the start position minus the end position, I think dot normalized will be the direction. Yeah, okay, let's break this up for me to figure out the math. So then normalized, that's the direction, and then the actual force or power maybe will be equal to the just the difference. What's the other one? It is another vector thing, right? Or am I forgetting how to do math? Which could very, very well be possible. Magnitude, there we go. The magnitude of the vector is the... okay, that's the... Okay, and then doing start position minus end position, would they give it... Would they give me these things anyway? This can be... if I break them out, I can modify them if need be. So... the direction times the power. Yeah, I don't know if I actually need to break them apart, but we're doing it anyway. Okay, yeah, there is one for just that. So now I need to add a ring, and then hopefully when I click the mouse button down, it'll give me a start position. It'll give me an end position, and then when I release the button, it'll hopefully make a ring and toss the ring. No. Needs to get in children. Since the model is the one that has the physics, and the physics is deeper into the object. So hopefully, let's just see how it explodes. That's the fun thing. You can just kind of say, let's just see how it explodes. Script, tosser, and the ring. Okay, actually, can I watch it do this? And is it going to toss the ring backward? Because that's the other question. It's like, do I need to make it negative? So I do this and then that. Oh my goodness, did it just lag out to all hell? Concave mesh colliders are not supported when using dynamic rigid body. I need the... Okay. So pegboard? It looks like it's lagging to all hell, and I can't tell if that's... Okay. Which direction are you throwing this? Although the fact that it's gotten that close already is like, oh, hey, I figured it out. Just, or I almost figured it out at the beginning there. And I want to add another extra variable for the scale, power scale. I guess we'll, yeah, just the power scale. Tossing rings sounds fun. Yeah, no, I was, you know, had a brain blast in the shower and was like, this sounds a little more fun than the kind of first-person puzzle thing that I was only kind of half-assing anyway. Okay, and then the power will be multiplied by this power scale. But this was one of those ideas that, like, just had a lot of ideas pour out of it. Because I'm like, oh, I could make the rings bigger, I could... Oh, that was another idea I had. Of, like, one of the ring types could be a time loop. Which is, it just repeats your last throw. So you throw a ring, and then the next ring will just repeat it. Might not necessarily, like, it only works if you do a good throw the first time, but... okay, the power scale is 0. So make it, like, 3, just to see what that does. And then... So I kind of need to have 2 different things there to show. You were... Why are you tossing along the Y? Oh, because this is X and Y, isn't it? There's a way to change that, right? Can I just multiply it by the vector 3.forward, maybe? Yeah, after tossing ideas yesterday, we started tossing rings instead. Yeah, I mean, rings make a nice loop, so that works. Okay, so then do vector 3.forward. Will that get me the kind of thing I want? Oh, wait, the direction... Okay, you're tossing it up because these are X and Y. I want to translate the... Gosh dang it. Well, and it does need to have a little bit of outboard force, but... Well, and I guess if I change the camera, I can see what I'm doing, but... Yeah, it's because I want this along the X and the Z.
Friends break cards first.
Is there an easy way to translate that to
You break mine.
just switch that one variable? I feel like there's a way to do that, and I don't entirely remember how to do that. I can just kind of remake you in a clunky way, which I might just do for now.
We've been sculpted.
I say for now, and then it's just going to stay like that, but that's fine.
Overtime.
That's the fun thing about a game jam. It's all about just get it working. Doesn't matter if it's, okay, so then that can stay.
Every night.
That can be 0, and this can be the Y instead.
Watching it melt, and I've been
Okay. Yeah, because I'm very much wanting to do, like, here's a big super ring that'll hit multiple pegs. And, like, if you have rings that are overlapping each other and stuff. Wild. That is working way too well off of just basic prototyping stuff. Wild. Okay, so... Oh, let's put a plane so that I can actually see where things are landing.
Friends break cards first.
Well, I could do a cube. I don't know, like, let's actually look at a ring tossing game. Yeah, it's the prizes for ring tossing game, but ring tossing, ring toss game, ring tossing game. Okay, no, ring toss carnival game. Yeah, lots of bottles, but it's a box. Yeah, so it's a bunch of pegs sitting in a box. Yeah, I could do like elevated pegs too. But managed to make the train move. Congrats. Does that move along the track or just move in general? I think either thing is a success, but oh, I was gonna say, it's like watching a toy train, but you misspelled Satan instead of Santa. Oh, I'm assuming the train is not supposed to be moving sideways or doing that. Hey, it's going around the curves fairly nicely, though. Wait, so each of the tracks is, yeah, I think you might need to normalize which way the tracks are facing. Wild. Because it looks like the tracks are facing different directions, essentially. Yeah, okay, so a lot of these pegboards are just sitting on a cube. So... Ooh, wait. So let's do that. Prefab. Pegboard. Give you a cube. This will be the base. And then here in the pegboard, the base. Drop the base. Okay, baseboard. So now this baseboard is going to be on starts. Its scale. Local scale is going to be a new vector. With height and spacing. 1. It's an interesting decision there. Is this going to be positioned correctly at all? I doubt it, but we'll see. And I need to drag the base into this baseboard here. Okay. I don't know, let's actually add the pegboard again. The base does not have... It does have a collider. Interesting, I didn't recall doing that. I guess the cube just comes with a... I mean, you got spirit, I suppose. That's not entirely what I was thinking. I forgot how to anything. So you and you. That'll help there, and then the baseboard. I mean, you're supposed to be in the middle of the dumb dad blasted mother flipping thing, though. It's kind of what I was trying to get at. I mean, I could get rid of this and just... I'm moving the camera anyway. So... That'll simplify this a lot, to just get rid of some of this extra stuff here. So then that should also be okay. I guess we'll see. The camera's going to be off, but it's been off the entire time. Or, you know, the positioning's going to be off. The camera will still be visible. Yeah, see, I wanted this here. Oh, multiplied by the spacing. I forgot to add the spacing to those. Okay, so now... So now maybe we try moving the baseboard instead. So baseboard, transform dot position. is equal to the new vector 3, and then we do the width divided by 2. Wait, width times spacing. Divided by 2. Just stay where you are. On the Y. That's fine. And then on the Z. Probably a bit much to be doing this right now, but I don't know, everything else is going pretty fast, so fast enough. I mean, it's I got the ring tossing working already. That is, yeah, in an hour. Like, compared to yesterday's nonsense, like, this is going heckin' good. So minus spacing divided by, yeah, I would say minus spacing divided by 2. And then because of paranoid, put that around there. So minus spacing divided by 2. Put that over here. And then see if that gets the pegboard to actually have a base on it with the pegs. Okay. So I lied. Can I? I was like, oh wait, oh no, oh god, oh geez, oh man, oh fuck. Let's not put that in the update. Whoops, that is not where that's supposed to go. Uh-oh, oops, uh-oh, whoops, uh-oh. Oh no, oops. Let's not spawn 100 objects every frame. No wonder it was lagging out there. Wrong spot for that code. Okay. Maybe this will, Okay, I was like, okay, there we go. There's some pegs. Let's give them names too, just to, Okay. That just feels like a nice thing to do for my future self. I've been trying to be nicer to my future self. I don't know if I've really succeeded much. I don't know, recently I've succeeded a little more. Like, I have 2 audio jacks on my computer, and I was like, you know, I could plug in both my speaker and my headphones. It doesn't go through both, but it's a lot easier to plug my headphones into this other audio jack than it is to go behind my computer every time I want to switch out stuff. Game is going pretty well, actually, for pivoting from yesterday. Yesterday I did mostly brainstorming with a little bit of code. And a lot of just being grumpy. Today I'm doing a lot of code with a little bit of being grumpy. Not nearly as grumpy. I'm actually having a good time. Well, the grumpiness just comes from my disappointment in myself that I am not compatible with capitalism all that much. That's just, I get mad at myself for not being a machine. What was I doing? I was making this peg clone. Oh, I was giving them names. Name is equal to... there we go. No, just I plus J. Okay, wait. I plus comma J. So that will give it a string name, right? Because I think if I do I plus J, is that going to do math? Or is that going to spit out a string? I don't know. Might have made a trap for myself by making a very watchable train simulator. It works for now. That's exciting. If only the plug grid system has ever worked as good as the train grid. Yeah, that's... I guess we'll watch the... Yeah, see, it's one of those things if, like... That's why it didn't feel like doing some kind of follow a grid-based path would be that difficult, and yet I proceeded to make it way... I just proceeded to be dumb for days on end. Oh, and some of this might be, it's like following a specific path too, when I was trying to do physics to make it go around a path. I don't know. I just... Feels weird, because I'm very excited about that project still, and yet I don't know how I managed to just mess it up so very bad. Okay, so now... Yeah, that's where it's saying the rings are not. Okay. Wait, the rings are spawning from where? Tosser. It's just instantiating a ring. So what I actually want to do is instantiate it at the camera position. Well, okay, a little below the camera position. Oh, then let's just attach the tosser to the camera. And then... okay, the... There we go, position and rotation. So then it should just be this position. And then the rotation is also not gonna... Well, I guess I could do, like, tosses the ring sideways. Be obnoxious. Just have the paths stored individually on the tracks, and then they're loaded each time the train enters a new track. So I gotta make it so that it has train cars. Yeah, which shouldn't be too bad if you're just kind of having it follow that same path stuff too. Well, and that's what I could tell here. It's like each time it was entering the path, it was like when the path was backward, it was like, oh, okay. But yeah, like that, where it's like, oh, okay. And some of these squares are just backward. I like to overcomplicate things sometimes. And sometimes is all the times. Always the overcomplicating. Okay, the tosser should be on the main camera. Oh, are you? You're not prefabbed. Let's prefab you too. Okay, so then the tosser is on the main camera, so then it should be tossing from... okay, now we reset that so that you're on top of the camera. And then we scooch you down. Yeah, I want it to like just be maybe there. So I lied. So we just scooch you along the Z somewhat. So you're just kind of in front of the thing. More progress stuff. Wow, somebody's made a lot of progress in a day. I see you're fully just running with it. Oh, even got the dice rolls and everything. Oh, I see the do tween doing some nice squishy there. Oh, this is looking good. I like the thickness on the different the squares there to kind of determine which kind of things they are. It was caused by me not duplicating array, which I do too often. Yeah, building a board game, the game. I have some nice, if you want some sound effects, I have some nice sound effects for my, let's see if I can, okay, let's pause the music for a second. Oh wait, I am tearing through this. Okay. I feel like there's some good sound effects. Yeah, you think you can well, okay, no, just hear me out for a second. Hear me out in a very literal sense here. I made a nice little pop sound effect and stuff, and I have tiles that I use to make some nice clicking sound effects. Actually, wait, can I just... Where's my theory crafter thing from forever ago? I don't know, I felt like it was some nice sound effects. Okay, those are shit sound effects, but yes, it's I mean, I guess if you want to make them sound like tiles. I was proud of the audio sound effects on this. That's all I was trying to say. I was happy with that. I thought I was proud of myself for that. So yeah, I don't know about the theme yet. Yeah. It was just because I thought those were nice, satisfying, like clicks and pops and stuff. So it's just because it's the tile. This is a tile-based thing. That was a tile-based thing. So if you do, and yes, you could use the yay. So I'm assuming that's floating around somewhere that's already been used. So yeah, wait. I can just play it too. Yay! There we go. Okay, I need to move the tosser just a little lower. But the fact that I'm already at this point is... I'm very happy with the progress. This was like my goal for the stream, was to get to this point, and I have in an hour and 15 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it's been like a little better of a spot. Ekans! Anybody? Anybody know, Yeah, okay, I did have it pulled up. Be fun to try to snag some of these sound effects. I do want to do some announcer voice stuff, too. Just like, great! Fantastic! Marvelous! Nice cock! Okay, maybe not that one, but that's a fun meme. Yeah, okay, I gotta do a bit more juice to get the Ekans going like that. But... Okay, so there is this problem of concave mesh colliders are not supported with that. Either make the mesh collider convex or make it kinematic. Yeah, I need you to collide. So, let's... Music again. So, your solutions were either make it convex. Oh, you let me make it convex. Okay, the last one I thought it was complaining, where it was like, no, we're not gonna do that. Ooh, there we go. Almost. Almost. Okay, so if I make the... Oh, come on. So if I make the rings a little bigger, or taller rather? Okay, I do taller, thinner rings. Oh wait, the baseboard is also on top of the pegs, right? I just need to move the baseboard down. So the baseboard is... Oh, I put it at 1 when the pegs are at 0. You goof. You silly goose. Okay. Now let's see. I think I do want to make the rings a little thinner, but... Make them bounce for fun. Make them a little bouncier. Oh, wait, that was the scale of the object, not the position of it. Whoops. Okay, the scale needs to be 1. The position... I lied. Okay, you are... So do -1. There we go. Do I have a physics material set? No, 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 no. I just got the, I just clicked the button to make them actually work, so. But no, they don't have the physics material right now. Do they have like a default bounce? No, I gotta go make a material. I guess physics material or materials. And I could do different physics materials for different rings and stuff too. So, actually, is there a video of somebody playing a ring toss game? Because that would be helpful as well, just to see. Oh, okay, so these are really thin rings with big bottles. These are thicker rings with thin pegs. Yeah, okay, so these... Yeah, so it's either a thin ring and a thick peg, or a thin peg and a thick ring. Bouncy ring, slimy ring, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because there's physics and there's plenty of ideas. Yeah, I don't know if it's possible to do different time scales for different objects and stuff too, because I think it'd be kind of fun to mess with like the different rings, like move in different ways, like time scale wise. Okay, I just wanted a quick little video of a ring toss. Just to see, I don't need like a, yeah, these are just how I won ring tossing. Okay. There's all sorts of stuff you can throw. Yeah, I think with plastic rings, they do have a bit more bounce to them. So yeah, I could add some more bounce. That wasn't necessarily the most helpful video, but always a hole in my games. Hi now. Regally rotund. That was just balls. That wasn't holes. That was slightly less suggestive. It was balls rather than putting rings on pegs. Oh, yeah, balls instead of pegging. Okay, so the distraction I was working with was doing a little bit of physics. Physics material. There we go. Do bounce, or maybe plastic. Call it plastic, since I'm not gonna do maximum bounce, but we'll do some amount of bounciness. So, like that, maybe. We'll see. Ring, torus, the material, and then the huge hole around the island that balls fall into. Okay, wait, huge hole around the island? I mean, I could add a torus around everything. Yeah, I could do like water or something, or I don't know. We're gonna stick with the void for now, but another ad break. Do I have a break that I want to do? Okay, no. How about bugger off with this ad break? I'm just gonna keep working. We'll go with like this. Will just inspire people to pay for. Well, okay. I don't know if inspiring people to. Okay, okay, let's... I made a lot of changes. This is one of those, like, should be isolating variables, not making a bunch of changes, but that's okay. I might need to shrink these rings a little bit. So, can I make these rings a little thinner? Let's see if that helps. Which would be a matter of probably the model, and then do, if I do half, and that's, oh, that's what it did? That is wild. What? That's not how it was in Blender, right? But that's what it decided to use for this? That's wild. I mean, as long as it works. I don't know if it is, but balls fall into the water. As in, like, the rings fall into the water. Wait. Huh? Oh, that's the one that's doing height. Okay, I do need to... Okay, wait, other way around? 150? And then 150? No, 150. There we go. Now it's just thicker. So now we do 100. I think I gotta go into... That's your message from 10 minutes ago? Which one? I didn't think I was that behind. So you're saying I gotta go into Blender and change the model here so that it's a little less of a thick ring? I can make it thin. Mesh collider shouldn't be convex. Well, it wasn't, it was saying it wasn't gonna collide. So, I kind of just clicked one of them. So I could do... The other thing it said was is kinematic. But I don't remember if that allows me to do collisions, because I'm like, I very much need this to be collidable. Yeah, okay, that's... The kinematic was... That's why I was doing convex, is because it let me do collisions, and it looked like it was working. I guess I didn't get any of the rings on the pegs. Maybe that's the issue, is because the collider wasn't working. Oh, okay, that might be exactly what the issue is. Yeah, okay, that looked like it should have hit. Ah, so these are just lies. They're all discs. That's why it's not actually landing on the pegs. So, it shouldn't be convex and it shouldn't be kinematic. Yeah, but then it wasn't doing anything. Or rather, it was complaining about something when I did it like this, right? It had issues when I did this. Yeah, there. Concave mesh colliders are not supported when using dynamic rigid body objects. Which is why I was messing with convex and kinematic. Is this, I need to go look up the... Yeah, and it was giving me the options of either use convex or make the rigid body kinematic. So I don't know. Okay, how about Unity torus collisions? What? Okay, what's your issue? Because I thought Unity had like a... It'll do mesh. Okay, that was on... Okay, let's not have too many things pulled up. Okay, the only feasible solution is to have multiple primitive colliders. That's a bit of a bummer. So what's a good way to make a ring then? add 6 to 8 cubes on top of the mesh and hide the mesh renders. Or yeah, add 6 to 8 cubes. That's a bummer. It's because it's so easy to add a because it's so easy to make the model in Blender. It's a bit of a compound collider. Oh. I was like, yeah, this kind of like chain looking thing. That looks like a good idea. I guess not. Okay, so yeah, this is saying that it's I'm thinking I'll do spheres on spheres. Can I do a spline? Can I do like a spline collider thing? It seems like a overkill, but that's a bit of a bummer. Okay, so so 3D object sphere. So the ring is back to what that scale was. This. How do I get you to line up with the right scale here? So is it a quarter? Or is it? Or is it half? Might be half. Why are you doing the double zeros? Obnoxious.
Friends break cards first.
Okay, that's looking like it'll fit.
You break mine.
Okay. You and you
We
and
can
you.
drink too. Break
And
the
you.
ice.
Okay, so that's one there. I could do one in each of the corners. Let's do. This is the colliders.
Fixing new form.
Man, real bummer. This was all working at a good pace here, and then it decided, nah, this is more difficult than you really want it to be. That's okay. Okay, so now I got a sphere collider there. Can I just bend a... Okay, we do another one, and another one, and another one. You go on the opposite side. And then you go there. And -1. Actually, no, do one. Do clockwise. And you and you. Let's see. Okay, I obviously did enough to. So probably here, here, and here. Hopefully that'll be enough. I guess we'll see. So. Oh, yeah, duh. Select all, duplicate, rotate. You already have the center selected. Okay, so. And then rotate. Can I rotate it 45? Or would I want to rotate it? How much does it cover if I do that? Wow, you're so smart. I'm... Okay, and then I think I want to do that again. And again. So then if I duplicate you, And then we rotate you by, let's see, like 27? Something like that. 0.5. Or 26.5? I want the exact. 22.5. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I was trying to do the math real quick in my head, and that's not a strong suit of mine. And then 40. We're just gonna bust out the calculator. There's a reason I have the calculator here. 67.5. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and so can I put all of you under? Actually, wait, can I don't need to label them exactly, but I kind of want to. So this is gonna be the 45, or this is gonna be 0, no, or 90, something like that. This is gonna be the points here. And then this one's gonna be 45. And then this is gonna be, oh, I guess this is 0 then. If we're going off the rotation of the, why'd you get double 0? Okay, whatever. 22.5. This is unnecessary, but makes me feel better. 67.5. Okay. So. Gnomages? Is that what you're attempting there? I'm reading that as gnome gas, but I don't think that's what the intent is. Okay, so hopefully that'll be a nice collider. Spheres shouldn't be too bad. No megas. Ah, morning no megas. Okay. Have power toys, and the search with alt space from power toys is a built-in calculator and unit conversion. Power toys. Interesting. I have not heard of power toys. It sounds manly. It sounds like powered tools. Maybe that's what I'm thinking, is it sounds like powered tools. Windows utility for power users. I do use the computer a lot. I don't know if I'm a very powerful user though. Always on top. I wouldn't call myself a bottom, but I wouldn't say I'm always on top either. Advanced paste. That I could get behind. Not just eating paste, but advanced paste. Yeah, watch it. It's Always Sunny. I'm like, so they still got it with jokes and stuff. When they're talking about like baby oil, and then Charlie's like, "Wait, so how do they get the oil from the babies?" And like, oh, bugger off. I just went and made a bunch of colliders for the ring here. Okay, so now you can go away. Oh boy. Wait, I lied. Did I want to do that? Control Z? What? No. COD balls. Okay, mesh collider. No, physics. Physics. Mesh collider. Okay, and then shoot. Collider should be child of the rigid body. As in, you're saying I do rigid body here? And that should help. Yeah, because now I'm like, oh, there's a whole bunch of these. Do these have rigid? But no, these don't. You can move colliders under Taurus in the hierarchy. That would make sense. It's because I was trying to keep them. Well, I guess I wasn't doing a great job of separating the model and stuff. Okay, so get rid of the mesh collider. We're not gonna fully delete it right now. Okay, and that hopefully doesn't explode, and then we'll see if it actually collides or not. Hopefully it collides too. And oh, there we go. That's looking pretty good, actually. Oh, I'm getting pegged here. I'm pogging out of my gourd. Pegging out of my gourd, maybe. Yeah, we'll see this. We'll see if I can appeal to the Northern Lion crowd. Some kind of toy roguelike kind of thing. Hell yeah. Why am I saying this? Why am I pegging out of my gourd? Look at it, I got the physics working. And look at that. This is a lot further along than I was thinking I was gonna get. Hell yeah. I got a pegboard, I got a bunch of rings. Now I just gotta add all the actually, yeah, I was gonna say, it's just looking good. That's the crazy thing to me. That's a bit more about the camera. Do I want to try figuring out a radial pegboard? That might be kind of fun too. Because if I can figure out how to do a radial, that'll let me do like the radial scoring thing too. Because like I just put a bunch of numbers on some kind of, and that really should be just like I was doing with the rings there. It just should be just rotate an object around the center. I might not worry about that right now. So, maybe I worry a little more about scoring. So let's try that. Oh, because I think I need TM Pro and stuff too. So, give me UI and Text Mesh Pro. Yeah, there we go. I gotta import TMP Essentials, which will take that long. That was quick. And I want that Frederica font that I was using for my YouTube videos. Fonts. Probably just under downloads. And like recently. Let's click map. Frederica 1. Let's see, true type. Font file. We want bounce, we want bounce, we want bounce. Well, if you're talking like twerking, I don't really have the stuff for that, and I think it'd be kind of hard to turn on my camera to really get some like twerking going, get some good bouncing going. Unless that was not related and you're actually asking for the rings to be bouncy. Is that each of these? Or is that the rigid body here? Physics material. That's each of these colliders. No! Okay, I'm assuming I gotta open up all of these and then select all of these. And then I could go into here and say plastic, make a bounce. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a bounce, not a lot of bit of bounce. I didn't really want it to be like super bounce, but I can do some super bounce just to make sure that it's a bouncing. It's looking somewhat bouncy, but to satisfy your sick desires here. There we go. It is just between 0 and 1, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, it is just 0 and 1. Okay. Maximum bounce. Did I make all the spheres the bouncy material? Should be all of them. Yeah, that's looking pretty bouncy. That's probably too much bounce. Personally don't want that much bounce. Yeah, exactly. I think the light bounce is fine. Yeah, it's a bit much. But yeah, that should be all of them. Yeah, they're all plastic material. So I'm gonna do a little less bounce. Maximum bounce was a bit too much bounce for me. Yeah, I think this much bounce should exist on a different type of ring, like a metal one or something. Would a metal one be bouncing like that? I feel like that's more like a... I think of plastic being a little more elastic like that. I think a metal one would... I don't know. I guess it depends on the stiffness of the material. Yeah, it says a little bit of bounce. Yeah, I'll actually have to work on my aim at some point. Ugh. Although the fact that you can hit some of the other rings and stuff too is... Because I was thinking of like if it's like stacks on different rings. Yeah. Yeah, like a metal and gets electrified when it touches other stuff and zaps and bounces. That's why I was excited about this. I think there's just lots of ideas that can be had from this. Okay, I was scoring things. And not like scratching things. Okay, wait. You distracted me from the file, which is... I saw it. Font asset creator. Frederica. And generate the font atlas. Save. And fonts. Could have a preview of a hoop. Have some heavy metal hoops and some bouncy lightweight balloon hoops or rubber hoops. So you have to decide how to throw based on the preview and the current state of the board. Yeah, some kind of preview is, for this kind of game, I think a very good idea. Okay, this is... Okay, let's just put GMTK Jam 2025 ideas, but a hoop preview I think is a very good, like, polish thing to add, or throw preview rather. Well, and a hoop preview, because if I do want to have a list of rings, like I said, especially if it is the time ring, or time loop, the time loop that repeats the last throw that you just did, then that would need to be, you would need to know, well, I guess not need, but it would be nice to know that, okay, I should do a safer throw, because if this is going to repeat, or maybe not safe, but you could determine that, oh, if this throw is going to repeat, then... Okay, score... I was kind of thinking off to the right. I don't know, maybe we just slap it in the middle for now? Not straight up middle, but, let's see. Like, like something like Let Be a Landlord or... Well, Balatro I know has the score off to the right. What about like Let Be a Landlord? Let Be a Landlord has the score down in the corner. And... yeah, okay, that really tells you whether it's... well, it's because if I have a whole clock scoring thing, it's gonna need to have its own space. Okay, and then yeah, I was gonna say, give me like a carnival ring toss, because I need like a... because I am also thinking of like, it's the person who is facilitating the game is typically standing off to the side.
Tell me how to feel.
Oh, this is just gonna be ring toss.
Where did it go wrong?
Are you gonna give me carnival games maybe? Is that... it's a lot of soda. Jeepers.
Looking through the mirror.
Carnival game? Or theme park games. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Carnival games. There's a guy doing carnival games. Yeah, I just imagine a person standing off to the side so they can hand you the rings. So that's probably where I would want to put like a scoring thing too. Do these have like... like, okay, what about a pinball machine? I'm like, where does the score typically end up? Pinball machine, I think, is at the top, right? Yeah, you have the board here, and then you have the score just at the top. That might work, too. So maybe I will leave the score, like, just in the top at the middle. And I can decide later if I want to change that. Okay, you are the score text, you goof. And I want you to snap up to the top. Oh, wait. Before Paranoid yells at me, it's screen space camera, right? As opposed to overlay. What was the thing that changed? Not world space. Was it overlay? There we go. Scale with screen size. Yeah. That was the thing too. Okay. Oh, I don't even know what the pixels are on this monitor anymore. I just kind of because that's what the old one was. But does it tell me the resolution of my screen somewhere? Okay, and then you. Let's move you down a smidge, probably like 30, 33. Gotta fill in 33 in as many places as possible. Okay, I think I want score, and then I think I want the number under it for now. So we'll do score number 2. And for now, it'll just be a number, so 999. Scooch it down by like 50 then? Yeah, there we go. And then now I need to determine how it's going to do that. I can have a collider in the middle of the ring so that when it is yeah, okay, the ring is going to need a collider to say if there is a peg inside of it. So the ring. I guess we just do a sphere. Just a squashed sphere. That'll be the hole, maybe? Sure, we'll call it hole. Hole is going to be a sphere collider. Nope, not a rigid body. I want a physics. I want a sphere. There we go. I was so close. Okay, and this will be a trigger. And then I want to squish it. So, like half? Wait, how big are these spheres? Half. So, squish it by half. Something is looking at all the colliders, right? And is it gonna look at all of the colliders? Didn't look good. Or is I don't know. Okay, I want. Okay, so boy. Okay, radius 1. Yes, it's a radius of 1, but then I want to squish it along. I lied. So not a radius of 1. I want to just change the scale of it then. So then here. I wish to. Why you no do the thing I expect? The scale of the object, please. Is this if I had a collider? If I had a okay, wait. So if I had a model, would it show something different? It's like I want a squashed. Can I not do a squashed sphere as a collider? Ruh-roh. Well, I'll figure something out. Okay, there. Yeah, okay, so it's not the, having trouble deciding between interpolated and rough movement. Oh, it's been almost 2 hours of standing. I might crank my desk down during the ad there. Do you have a video on the Discord as to what the interpolated versus rough movement? I would assume like a train, it'd be nicer to have interpolated movement. My guess would be interpolated movement is kind of where you want to go, but yeah, send it in a bit. Okay. So what is the best way to do like a cylinder? Wait, there's a cylinder collider, right? So I actually want a cylinder. There we go. It's gonna give me a capsule, which is gonna look a little odd, but we can reset that. We can up the radius to 1. And then shrink the height down to like 0.5. Yeah, that's the issue is that... Shoot. Okay, I am gonna crank my desk down and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break actually.
And if there's ever a day when we get choked, and I can't breathe, 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 and I can
Okie dokie. And also, more train. Ignore the trick shots? That sounds cool. Okay, it's a pretty big train. Pretty big passenger train. How much? How many people does it? Okay. I think if you can, yeah, like that. I do think this looks better than the other one. The trick shot's cool, but yeah, this looks really stiff. I think this smoother one looks better. Like I said, I think the interpolated movement is the backward spin on the trains is a lot of fun though. That's kind of hilarious. It'd definitely be a puzzle if your train could only turn one way. Should show the Tony Hawk combo score. Like I said, I do want to do announcer voice for some of this on my game here. I don't know if I have a great announcer voice, but I think I could read the lines well enough. So you're not nearly flat enough. Okay, now can I change the scale? So now if I change it's not going to change the scale of the collider though. Yeah, but if I do smaller on the height, it still just hits a point where it can't go any smaller. And then if I change the scale, it'll scale the model just fine. That's not what I want to change. I want to change the collider. So do I do it really?
Definition of you is the voice you hear between the fine lines of consciousness, subconsciousness, and unconsciousness.
Okay, so instead we do like 10 on the radius. Okay, so it's gonna give me that amount of curve on this no matter what. Is there not like a disc collider? What's a good way to do a disc collider?
So why do you treat yourself the way you do?
Yeah, collider isn't gonna squish because of collision calculation reasons. Yeah. A little bit of a bummer that the model works fine. I guess I could do a mesh collider then. Seems a little odd, but that might work. So if I get rid of this, so we remove that, make the cylinder like 2 and 2, and then do a mesh collider. Physics. A mesh collider. And we want you to be this trigger. Ooh. Again, looks a little ugly, but... And then we hide the mesh renderer. So then hopefully that'll determine whether it is... okay, so now the ring would have an event that would tell the score. Okay, let's just do a quick, so let's just add a script on you. So this is the ring script. Ring. Why are you like this? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have fun skipping work tomorrow to work on this. I have been not tuned in at work at all. And having a good excuse like this. It's just because that earlier in the week my back was just miserable, and then it was affecting my sleep, and I was like, I don't care. I don't care about anything. I didn't sleep. I'm not awake. It's one of those days too where I'm like, I'm gonna go from like I probably should have taken some sick time to just recover, but instead I'm gonna take a some sick time tomorrow when I'm recovered. That always seems to be the way I do it. I try to push through, I don't get anything done, and then take a break some other time. I found a bug. The train disconnects when the FPS drops, and it makes the car zoom. Oh boy, a bug tied to the FPS? I guess you could set the FPS to a certain amount, but those are the weird ones that I think are obnoxious. Okay, on trigger enter. Give me a debug dot log. This is... Wow, it's only 7:30. Oh, I did start a little early, didn't I? Ring. Scores. Which is weird, because speed is tied to a delta. Yeah, that is weird. And the delta is also tied to the screen. the refresh rate of the screen or whatnot. Okay, we throw a ring. On the console, it didn't do jack diddly because there's... There we go. It is not doing jack diddly because the ring does not have the script. Most likely. Because I forgot the important... Nope, it does. On trigger enter. Do you know of the... No, you don't know of the trigger that I speak of. That would help. So I lied. I guess I put it on the cylinder. Okay, wait. This is the hole. We're just gonna move it there for now. And for now means forever. That's what it means. Ring. Put it at the top. Okay. This is this band, right? I haven't fully gotten used to. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, okay, and I am... Has it looped? I don't think it might not have looped yet. Because they actually do have a good amount of stuff. I'm not sure. I just wanted to write a message about colliders, optimizations, and stuff like that. And then it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to have thousands of rings. I can still worry about collision optimization if it starts running slower because of that. Yeah, I was looking at the you know, this, where it was like, oh, I have all these spheres. I know spheres aren't too bad collision-wise, but I think this mesh collider is a bit of a pain, and then if I have a bunch of rings, that's, nah. I had also thought about that, too. It's like using a mesh collider to determine whether the, like, for the hole is, doesn't feel like the best idea, but... 16 feels like a lot for just a single. Oh, okay, wait. I need to do some trigger checking to make sure the ring is not colliding with itself. Ah. So, you... let's tag everybody as ring. So, ring. And everybody is tagged as a ring. Is this tagging everybody? No. What, isn't there an option to do children as well? Because I have a lot of spheres here. Alright, is there a way to... Okay, everybody. Everybody. Ring. There we go. So now everybody's a ring? Yes, okay. And then here, I can say... if it's not a ring. The dot tag dot compare tag, not dot equals okay, dot tag okay, wait, other dot compare tag, there we go, there's the tag, compare tag, ringu. If it is not, in fact, a ring, then you can say ring scores. Well, and this is probably on trigger stay is really what I'm going to want it to be. Well, it might be just a amount of time. It's just like as long as that is staying like that for a certain amount of time, I'd have to determine the... Yeah, because this is kind of saying, if you get a ring to hang on the top of a peg, that still scores. I don't actually know. I haven't actually played enough like ring toss games to determine if that's actually a thing or not. I think I'm okay with the like tennis scoring of 99.9% out is in, because I think that's kind of what it would be. Yeah, so it's gonna say it scores simply because it's resting on top of a peg. 16 still seems like a lot. Okay, you're still scoring automatically. If it's not a ring, it scores. Because you're colliding with yourself, right? Did you not tag everything as a ring? I said everybody should all be tagged as a ring. Yeah, they're all tagged as a ring. No! Bugger off, you dumb. The actual things... You suck. The ones that I actually wanted to be tagged as a ring are the ones that it decided. Everything else will get tagged. The ones you actually want we're not going to tag as rings. I said everybody. When I said all, I meant all of them. I thought it did all of them, but it did everything but. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, now when I do that... There we go. Now it's not doing it at all. Okay. The pegs are not tagged as rings. Yeah, see, I'm thinking a ring that's laying like that is still gonna score, and I think that's okay. Okay, now you're just not doing any of it. The pegs are... You don't need rigid bodies on the pegs, right? It just needs a collider. Although does the... No, it was figuring out the collision just fine a moment ago. Okay, the peg. Yeah, pegs are not tagged as... Wait, let's make sure peg... Yeah, okay, pegs all the way down are not tagged as rings. So that when it does an on trigger enter rather, which it was doing that just fine a moment ago with the wrong things, that this hole is trigger, so on trigger enter. With the peg on update. Or rather on trigger ender. If it's not a ring, then the ring should score. But you're not doing it with pegs. None of these had rigid bodies though, right? Yeah, none of y'all have rigid bodies. Well, just for funsies, we'll throw it on the peg here and see. Don't think that is the issue, but I don't know exactly what the issue might be if it's just deciding to not figure out any kind of anything. Oh. Yeah. I forgot I added physics to everything. Also, why do they look... That looks like it's stretched in an odd way. When it got hit by... What in the world? Okay, I don't need you guys to have rigid bodies. But I just wanted to check real quick if that makes a difference. I don't think it will. But I don't know why it's not detecting that when it was just detecting it fine with the other thing. So there. Oh, okay, so now that they got rigid bodies, it is extra bouncy. Either that or... Wait, you didn't default to that material, right? The extra bounce material? That seems odd. You didn't, okay. Why are you being so dumb? Okay, none of that was triggering the thing though, right? Yeah, so none of that was triggering. And then here, you are still a trigger. Why are you colliding with these spheres just fine? But then when I try to throw you on top of a peg, you're like, nah. That's just so extra bouncy. Oh, it almost did it. That's too bouncy. That went around a peg there for a second. How did that other ring decide I'm leaving? just noped out of there. Okay. This is clearly not the answer either, because that's also not... I don't understand how this happened. Okay. Peg. We get rid of the rigid body. That is not the answer. So, yeah, so bouncy. It started to have a life of its own. Which is weird, because I'm like, I don't think anything is maximum bounce like that. The rings do have some amount of bounce, but the maximum bounce, just because I added a rigid body, just seems a little odd. Okay, I kind of need you to score. It's just obnoxious that it was doing it with the ring there. Is there some other collider or something? I could do on trigger stay. Like, this really feels like it should be detecting this. Wrong ring. Wait one mother fluffin' second. Why the heck are you way over here? Excuse me. You're supposed to be parented to this object. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up a minute. Why did you decide this? Excuse me. Did I parent it to the object that has the rigid body? No, I didn't. I'm like, wait a second. The hole is on its own, isn't it? The colliders... Will that work? If I put the hole under here? Or do I have to put it all the way under one of these? We'll see if this does something. Okay, that was a parenting issue. Oh, and that's why it was still colliding with all of the ring no matter what. It was because just automatically. Okay, we throw a ring. I think I'm seeing... The ring is scores. There we go. Okay, and if we look at the ring... There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. It's just a parenting issue. I'm just not a good parent. That's what that was. Okay. Yeah, so as it keeps moving, it'll keep it'll keep. Oh, it might be the kind of crazy collider that I have is going to be saying. Okay, if I do on trigger stay, that might the disc went to get some milk. Just noped. The disc, yeah, the disc was a deadbeat dad. Okay, why are you caps locking? Okay, on trigger stay, and then we do this again instead of on trigger enter. Let's see what that does. Probably won't change anything really, but we shall see. Okay, then I just gotta get the... Yeah, okay, didn't change a single thing. Oh, and then because it just stay. Okay, no, so I do want to just keep it on trigger enter for now. It'll sit there and score and score and score, but that's okay. So I guess it is just on trigger stay for a certain amount of time, then it'll determine if the ring scores. Well, and I could like lock the, instead of having the ring roll around and stuff too, because I'm thinking of like the Ekans game here. Like thinking about this, yeah, the ring does not, that is locked into a single position. Yeah, where the whole thing bounces off. Not that this is going to be the biggest inspiration, but... Okay. The on-trigger enter is fine for now. So now I just need to do... like a scoreboard, maybe? This I might do like the game manager thing here. Game manager. And then we do a script for that. I mean, I could call it the, what, the facilitator or something, so. Yeah, rotation locking could be for a specific ring, like a gyro loop ring. Yeah. Yeah, I had thought it, like, I don't know how you would do a UFO or something. But just like, there's all sorts of like disc objects of like a frisbee or something that would just kind of sit on top of the pegs. Yeah, I did think of having some kind of like hover mechanic or like a auto, like a locking mechanic or something where it would like, I guess it'd be like it hits a peg and then it hovers itself to be on top of the peg. Okay, this is the game manager. And then I gotta remember how to do Unity event stuff. I can never remember. But I mean, I have to look up raycast every time too. Unity events. And then I think even using this basic Unity events thing is the wrong Unity events, and then Brainer it'll say it's a different Unity event system. Okay, wait. I'm not moving files around, you goof. Unity action, thank you. Unity action. I don't know why one's better than the other, but... yeah, magnet loop, attracting all their magnet loops on the board. Yeah, I was thinking, like... I'll have to think about items and upgrades and stuff. I know the easy things to do, to at least, like, modify the ring would be different colors, which would give you different types of rings. Like, number of rings and stuff, if you, like, stack them and make just a sandwich of rings. And then the size and scale of the ring and stuff, too. And could probably do all the same things with the pegs. Okay, so private, Unity action. Okay, the... Does it say... so, if I look up Unity action versus Unity event. When to use delegate, event, or action. Oh, okay, this is Ecosia's also doing its own AI. Which is probably just built off of Google. Because I think even Firefox is built off of Chromium? No, Chromium is something like that, right? It's Chromium. I think it's only like Safari or something. Is not built on top of Google Chrome stuff anyway. Okay, Unity action is a delegate for defining callback methods. It can be used to assign functions directly. Unity event is a serializable event system that allows visual configuration and linking in the Unity inspector. Suitable for UI and designer-friendly setups. Use action delegate for performance-critical or code-centric effects. And Unity event when visual setup or inspector integration is needed. Okay, so it does sound like for what I'm doing is more gameplay stuff than Unity action. Which, again, I'm kind of trusting the AI here. We'll see. I think that's really just going to happen. Like, the more they keep jamming AI into things, the more, hopefully, the better, the more, like, truthful it gets. Okay, because I'm not moving these scripts around. I don't know why you decided that was not seen again. Okay. It does sound like I want to use Unity action. And then this is the thing that is subscribing, and then the function, the thing that is... Yeah, there we go. Button, add, click, on click, add listener, my first action. So that's the one calling the thing. And this is subscribing that my function is going to run when my first action happens. Okay, so... Firefox does not use Chromium. Firefox and Safari are the only ones that I know that don't use Chromium. But Mozilla does get money from Google. Firefox? I thought because I was talking with coworkers about that, and I thought Firefox was also Chromium. Yeah, I thought I was just seeing on... Unless it's Edge? Is it Edge that uses Chromium? Was that the one I was thinking of? It might be Edge. I think I might be getting Edge and Firefox mixed up in terms of which one's using Chromium as its base. Okay, there we go. Completely rebuild Edge as a Chromium-based browser. That's what it was. Edge is just Google Chrome. Yeah, Edge does use Chrome. I was getting them mixed up. Okay. That was the other reason that, you know, just using Microsoft Edge to download Google Chrome. You know the meme of, what is my purpose? You download Chrome. Oh my god. Yeah, Rick and Morty has not hit those kind of highs in a long time. I still enjoy Rick and Morty. I think it's still a fun show. I think it's settled into like fairly quality, but it's not hitting the highs that it used to. It's definitely hit some lows too. They're like, here's weird incest baby. It's like, that was not a strong episode. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't fly with the whole recent thing of like Itch and Steam getting caught up in the like, oh no, we can't show anything that's you know, incest or touchy sexual subjects. And then touchy being kind of ill-defined. Hope the President spinoff will be amazing. Wait, the Rick and Morty President spinoff? That feels like a very, very vague memory. Those were some of my least favorite episodes. I thought the President was a fun character, but like, and I like the voice actor and stuff, but they announced it not long ago. Oh, okay. Rick and Morty's President Curtis spin-off release. I watched one season of the Blue Alien show. That was also the same animators as Rick and Morty, and I did not like it. So I'm not gonna tune in for this. I think Rick and Morty's fine. I don't, like I said, President Curtis was a less interesting character to me. So, oh, what's the other one? If I type in Blue Alien show, is it actually gonna give me what I'm thinking of? Wish they didn't cancel Inside Job. Yeah, same here. Because I watched that first half of the season and was like, yeah, it's kind of eh. And then the second half of the season was like, oh, they figured out what the show is. They know what the show is. And then proceeded to not get... Oh, Strange Planet. Not what I meant. There we go. Solar Opposites, yeah. I watched the first season of Solar Opposites, was not super impressed, and was not interested in, yeah, so like Rick and Morty spin-offs. Like I said, even Rick and Morty is enjoyable, but not, doesn't hit the same. Yeah, Inside Job, I enjoyed a lot. Yeah, the thing I need to catch up on is anime. That's really what it is. Okay, also another ad break. I can crank my desk back up, I guess. Yeah, I don't... I don't need more hydrates. With both the tea and the water, I've done a very good job hydrating myself, so I keep using these breaks. I'm like, yep, no, that's... We're gonna use the break every time. Okay. Kind of have an hour. If I want to call it, 9 o'clock. That's a good idea. I'll do the stretch, because stretch on my back. Yeah, it still hurts. It's getting better, though. It's getting better every day, and I think if I... That's the thing. It's like, if I can use the standing desk tomorrow, that should also help. So that's the thing. Like, just sitting and working, or standing and working on my own projects will also heal me. It'll heal me in very many different regards. It'll be very nice just to work on my own stuff at my own pace, in my own environment. Okay, so this is the you should have the the ring. You should have the action. And then you should subscribe to the action. Okay, so this is the score. Do I want to call it score action? Or just score? Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of things labeled score if I'm not careful, so. Score action. What do you fluffin' mean? Why you, huh? What do you fluffin' mean? Why are you... What do you mean replace it? And why are you trying to name it something weird? Just save the file. Why are you not saving the file? This? This was the ring file, right? Yeah. I guess replace it? What do you... huh? Okay, then don't do that. Save the... okay, save. No, let me try to... okay, huh? How did you break so badly? Don't save then. Why are you being such a butt, Visual Studio? I need you to function. And not be a butt. Okay. Like, what all did I lose? I guess we'll just run this and see. Okay, save. Okay, Unity will save. Okay, we throw a ring. And it scores. Okay. So, yeah, off to what I was doing here. I was doing a Unity action. This is the score. Oops, score action. Oh, and I totally skipped over the gonna sleep with Plug or whatever we're gonna call it. Yeah, okay, it's, I think because I got hit with ads at the same time there. Didn't mean to ignore the message, but... Why are you being stupid? What do you fluffing mean? Let me save the script. Okay, save it? And then you're like, oh, I'll replace it. It's being used already. I just closed the thing. It's what? I can't make the code if you're not gonna let me save it. Okay. Visual Studio. Where are you located? So are you or are you not being used a bunch? Microsoft Visual Studio 2022. Close it. End the task. Okay, is there another one here that is making it so I can't save stuff? I need to be able to save the script to make the script. Okay, I'm not seeing another Microsoft Visual Studio. I didn't really want to call it quits now. I'm still on a roll here. I wouldn't have some chocolate-covered coffee beans. Probably enough to power me for a while here. Yeah, I'm not a coffee guy. I was kind of just trying some different flavors. So I was like, oh, we'll get some candy-coated peanuts and get some coffee-flavored things. Get some black licorice candy. Actually, pretty good to do the chocolate-covered coffee beans. Like, it's one of those things of like, I like coffee when it's not a drink. Okay. But then, if I actually go look at the script, and then I try to save it... What are you fluffing doing? I would like to work on the game here. Okay, is it Unity then? Is Unity causing Visual Studio to explode because it's trying to do a file in a different place? I don't want to reset everything, at least, especially not at this point, because I am closer to, like, well, just call the stream done at that point. And, yeah, it'd be nice if I figured out a name before doing the project, but I could struggle with the annoying issue tomorrow. Yay! That is well, I couldn't even do the yay. Oh yeah, there you go. Barely heard it. Okay, so now, well, it feels, because it's not letting me save the script, it feels like one of those just like weird things of I had feedback loop stuck in my head, so I'll probably name feedback rail. Yeah, it's not too bad of an idea. Yeah, the closest thing I could think of would be like something like Tony's ring toss. I'm like, who's Tony? Where did that come from? I have no clue, but I think it's just the alliteration of Tony and toss. Yeah, see, I think the pretty much any ring is going to score. Yeah, it's this. It kind of needs to like stay fully around a ring there, or around a peg. Okay, but now if I go to Visual Studio and I try to save this, what are you doing? And then if I try to save this, I don't want to replace it. No. Okay. V2, are you gonna let me save this? Yes. And what? But then if I try to save this, are you gonna make me save it? No, I can save the. What do you fluffing mean, you dumb? I didn't move the files. I don't know why you're trying to... Okay, so what do my files look like now? I don't need V2. I just want you to save on top of the... Okay, that's... No, great. And where did I save this? Because this... Yeah, everything is on the C drive. This is not... I don't have another drive. Well, I guess I have the... like, extended drives there. But okay, so now... Ring V2 and ring V1. Why are you trying to save it again? Okay, if I open the ring... Why are you doing this? You'll let me open the script, okay? But then if I try to save over this, it's not gonna let me do that, right? So if I want to save over ring with itself, you're gonna say it's used by some other process. I don't want to make a bunch of files again. I don't want to duplicate all the files. So let's not do that. Is there something else I can mess with that's apparently not code? It's like, dang it, I wanted to finish the yeah, task manager kill all. Really, it's what I was trying to find. Is there like a thing that lets you do? I think I just closed Visual Studio, but as in, so I open up Visual Studio and then like right click and it does kill related processes or something. That's why we used Writer. Not an actual reason we thought the message fit, but now you're really sleeping. Yeah, I was gonna say, I missed your sleep message earlier, but I guess, yeah, I saw that one. So, goodbye, good night, have fun sleeping. Good luck. Although it sounds like you're not doing the GMTK jam. And I don't know if Brainode even meant to do the GMTK jam, or if it was simply, I like this idea. Oops, I prototyped it. I guess I'm finishing it now. Okay, because I closed Visual Studio. Definitely not overscoping. Well, like I said, I don't know if you even meant to do the jam. Yeah, okay, not working on anything. It's probably the smart. Well, I don't know. I feel like you can get a good portfolio piece out of jam stuff. And if you're working on like learning Unreal, that sounds like you're at the point of more portfolio pieces is a good idea. Yeah, talking to my friend the other day, who was like, "Oh, I'm working on all these coding exercises and stuff," and I was like, I don't know. I feel like just making projects is gonna do better for you in the long run. At least I feel like I learn more off of doing a project for myself than I do off of jamming through some more code stuff. Okay, so let's see if that's what you meant. If I go to this one of these scripts and then I go kill all related processes. So back to you and say you're gonna keep moving around too. There you fell. Oop, you fell down. Oop, okay. Expand? Efficiency mode? Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking more like it's getting to be 8:30, and if this is gonna be stupid, I might just. I was kind of hoping to work on the scoring system, but I might just run a build and think about heading to bed so that I can be nice and well rested for tomorrow. Shoot. Builds. Gonna make this nice and confusing for myself. Created games. Builds. GMTK Jam 2025. Standalone. Oh, I didn't put the... Can I open file location? Okay, can I... Can I go here to a new folder and then I'll essentially open the file location so that I can put the date. Okay, that was yesterday. Just 30. Oh, and I kinda want to do a Patreon update as well, since that's kind of the date. Okay, there we go. So that's yesterday. And now we do today. It's gonna look like an entirely different project. Because it is. Okie dokie. So hopefully a reset of the computer will help fix it. So tasking wise, I need to fix the like bugs. Yeah, I don't want to make another Okay, so the camera position is not in the right spot. Okay, and this is features. Okay, let's just do... There we go. Something like that. And then bugs being the camera position is not positioned correctly. There we go. Okay. And then we do a nice when hold R. And then we toss ring. Wow, look at me. Wow. I turned on the camera and I nail every shot there. Was not expecting that. Yeah, okay, I need to fix the... Oh, this is a new project! And I forgot to add the application.quit, and if the code's gonna be dumb. Okay, I guess that's... Shoot. Meaning the framing is gonna be all off. That's fine, whatever. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the other bit on Discord, didn't I? So portfolio, essentially Twitter, Insta, Face. Okay. And if it's too long, it's too long. I don't have an easy way to trim the videos. I need to figure out a way to do that. GMTK Jam Day 2. Yeah, let's just copy a lot of this. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be happy with the same tags. Let's see. So let's mix up the position of them. Okay, indie dev. We'll do indie game here. And then... Roguelike. And this is day 2. This is pivoting. Ring toss. Roguelike. And then we do... If you like it, then you should put a ring on it. Ooh. Yeah, do a ring buoy. Okay, post it. And then here. Yeah, this just has that nice journaling bit to it that like really gives me a good sense of progress. Okay, share that on Instagram. Dump it onto the Facebook. Post it. Yeah, I could try to do it on... Okay, and then let's not forget I want to dump it onto... I guess I could do it under game updates. Oh, bugger off, you dumb. How much over the top is it? 25 megabytes. At 10 megabytes. And then it's... I don't have an easy way to... What do you mean cut? Oh. It's the file itself, not. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's edit with clipchamp, and then that's a full like export it and stuff. I don't remember what that other thing was. Yeah, that might have also been the other reason why I didn't mess with. Okay, wait, can I? Let's just record it, but smaller. Which means the builds here. So just do a faster, smaller build here. Then I can dump it on Discord. Okay. Let's start recording. And we throw, and throw, and throw, and there. Hopefully that's not too big. And why does it look like the color is entirely different? The heck? This one? Okay, no, was that the 25 megabyte? That's 25 megabytes. 13 megabytes? God, they want just tiny files. Okay, get rid of that one then. Why don't you let me post this other stuff? This feels like so much more than 13 megabytes. Why are these being a pain? Okay, so. Record it. Toss. There. Is that gonna be small enough, you dumb? That one. 9 megabytes. That was 9 megabytes. Ay. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. I meant the post that I had. The text that I pulled from my... Here. Okay, I'm very happy with the progress that I got today. There we go. Okay, so now my Discord server also has the update, along with the social medias that I sort of use. Okay, so now I can call it quits if there's anybody here, unless everybody went to bed or took off. And the answer is... I think variable sometimes. Sometimes it picks up, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, I lied. I did want myself here first, just to see. 3, that's enough. Y'all down to raid somebody? Y'all up to raid somebody? Y'all sideways to raid somebody. If up works and down works. PG coal mine, no signal. Interesting. Dino Crisis. Ooh, some Borderlands. People getting back into Borderlands. I know B Flattened is kind of a Borderlands person. I don't recall if this is kind of a Borderlands per Adagon doing some stuff here. Freshwater Fern. Are either of these? GMTK. Making a game without Claude. Impossible challenge. Wow. I'm definitely one of those like old and are behind. I don't know about Luddite, but I definitely haven't caught up with using AI code stuff or doing AI stuff. Okay. Y'all can bugger off for now. So then, raid Adagon, and I will be back for the whole day tomorrow because screw work, and I want to work on this anyway. So, Adagon, 8 gone.
Plant enemy.
Okie dokie. Like I said, I'll be back for a full day tomorrow. It'll be... I don't know if I'll start at like 7 in the morning's a little too early. It's a little hard for me to do that, but I want to start earlier rather than later. We'll see. It'll probably be like 7:30, 8 o'clock that I'll start tomorrow, and then stream the whole day, you know, without lunch or with lunch and dinner added in there. But okay, I'll be back tomorrow probably like 7:30. Bye. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. And then I still gotta hit the button for actual bye.
I am
But
not
bye.
close to Europe. Noble, thank you for the